Same lineup.
And how do you combat what the Joker presents in terms of his skill set at his position?
Oh man, we just got to do the best you can. The guy is he's close to averaging a triple double, almost 9 assists a game, and the rebounds over 11. Scoring the ball, efficient 3-pointer, great passer. I mean, when he has the ball, you're obviously he's a threat to score, and his ability his footwork, his quick first step, his 3-point shooting. But the 4 other defenders better be ready for those late passes, behind the back passes, over the head passes, either hand passes. He's an incredible player. I'm glad he's getting all the credit that he deserves the last few years, but he's one of the best players in basketball. He's playing like an MVP.
We've never been given kind of a set criteria of what makes an MVP. As someone that played in the league and is coaching the league, what is your criteria for someone that should be recognized for that honor?
There's not a lot of them in the league, but with what he's doing, he's dominating that position, and he dominates the game with all areas of the game. His rebounding, his passing, his 3-point shooting, he handles the ball in transition. There's a few guys that you can argue that are deserving this year, but he's right there with them. Wins and losses are a factor, but it's not all the factor, because some things happen that you can't control as one of the best players. The injuries that teams will go through, and the postponement of games that teams will go through. But he's right there with the other MVPs that you can throw. Obviously, LeBron, he's had. You can argue that he could easily had 18 of them. Maybe not 18, 15.
Thanks, Scotty.
You're welcome.
Chase.
Hey, Scott, we just learned that Ish lost for the next 6 to 8 weeks. How'd you guys arrive at that decision after, going day to day to start?
Yeah, the MRI, and the meeting with the doctors and the performance team, and that's what they came up with. It's not great news, not at all. 6 to 8 weeks, that's a big chunk of the season, but anybody can handle it with a positive attitude. It's Ish. He's going to tackle the rehab with enthusiasm. He's going to give us every chance to get back. He's going to stay in shape. How they can, put him through things that he can continue with this cardio. It's tough news. He's a big part of our team, and he was just starting to get back into some rhythm. But next man up, Hau has played well. He came back through the break, and I think he hurt himself, but I think the last couple of games you can see a little bit of his pop coming back, the juice that he has and the ability to finish around and get by guys, but he's going to get great opportunities.
And what do you feel like you need to replace when Ish Smith leaves that second unit?
Well, he does things that we're not going to be able to replace from a second unit. He gives us that instant change of pace. He comes in. Second tier guards, they have a handful when they're trying to stay in front of him, and he creates so many paint touches. We're good when we touch the paint offensively. We're very average when we don't. And when Russell and Hau and Ish get to that paint, our points are pretty good and our shooting is much better. So he created a lot of those opportunities, and, he's had an up and down just through the COVID situation that he's had, but it's unfortunate that he got hurt. But we have guys that are going to step up. The obvious choice is Hau, and then you never know about the other choices. There's just something might just come out of that you probably don't even realize it could happen. But Hau is definitely going to get a lot of looks.
Fred.
Scott, Brad is his scoring, hit a new level last year, and then it's kind of hit another level this year. Obviously, you've seen the evolution of his game over the last 5 years. When you first got to DC, though, did you realize he was going to be a guy who was going to be able to score 30 one day, or did it take time for you to realize that he could hit these levels?
Well, I knew that from what I heard from about him, I knew that he has a chance to be a special player, and I know that he had some good few years. He had some tough injuries that he had to overcome, but the thing that I admire of him is that he comes to work every day. His mental toughness is right there with the best in the league, and with what he's had to deal with, with all the injuries that John had, he had to deal with it, and also he had to deal with it with the pressure of trying to keep us afloat. And by doing that, by being mentally tough and a good player and all the work ethic and the work thing that he puts in, look what he has become. He's become one of the best players in the league. Now, our job is to continue to build around him and get better around him, game by game, month by month, year by year. But yeah, he's an all-star. I'm actually surprised this is not his 5th year in a row. I thought he should have won it got it the first year, and somebody beat him out. I keep forgetting who it was at the last minute. And then last year I thought he was, and this year, yeah, they just announced it. I don't know if you guys saw that. He's announced as a starter, so that's good news. That's good news. My son just tweeted that out. He beat Shams and Woj.
Leonardo.
All right, you guys, that's a joke, right?
We're just on mute, Scott.
Okay. All right. That's what I miss about not seeing you guys. You guys can laugh at my bad jokes.
I checked Twitter just to make sure, so you got me.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Really bad jokes.
I like this mask. You don't see my cocky smirk.
Coach, it's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Coach, what is your opinion about Facundo Campazo and his impact on the NBA?
Good player, man. That guy is feisty, good playmaker, tough, makes shots, his passing. He's like a mini Jokic. It's like, yeah, he does a little bit of everything. I like his toughness. He just has that swag that you want as your player on the team. And he's very confident. He's getting some more minutes due to some of their injured guards, but he steps up. He's not a rookie. He's definitely not a rookie. I spent a couple of weeks watching teams in Spain with Sergio, the national coach, and that's a very, very, very competitive league. Really good players from top to bottom, well coached. And he's played a lot of years over there, and he's earned his way in this league. And I don't know exactly his age, 29 maybe, but he's going to be in the league for as long as he wants to be in the league.
Any more questions for Coach? Vlad?
Hi, sorry, I had to unmute. Vlad Olic from Sport Club from Serbia. Just curious, since we're talking about foreign players, did you see anything different in Deni Avdija preparing for this game, going against Jokic, who is not technically a countryman, but same language? Anything different with him this week?
No, no. Denny just comes in every day, just wants to get better, wants to improve. And that's a good thing. It's trust me. And sometimes we don't give our players, NBA players, we don't give them enough credit of what they have to go through in a normal NBA year. And then this year, is not normal. It is mentally exhausting and taxing. And as a young player, everything is coming at you so fast. And then on top of all the things that we have to do and remember, and if you don't do it, you can miss games and miss days and miss weeks. But the thing that I like about him is that he understands that. And the learning curve is tough. You got to figure out your own game on top of what we do offensively, what we do defensively, what we do in special situations, what we do in jump balls, what we do in free throws, what we do in baseline, sideline, end of games, needed 2, down 2, up 3, all the different scenarios. That's a lot coming at you, but I think he's handling it pretty well. And sometimes we don't give our guys or NBA players enough credit of what they have to go through. But I like where he is. And I like how he competes day to day. And some days it's going to look better than others. That's very normal.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Neil?
Scott, I don't have a question. It's just Carmelo replaced Kevin Love 2017.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love Carmelo. Yeah. Okay. Now I don't have that excuse anymore. Now you're going to test my memory. Did have blueberries this morning, so that might help.
Quentin?
Hey, Coach. Alex Len went from starting the 4 games, I think that was Charlotte, and now he's had 2 back-to-back DMPs. Is there something that you didn't like from him out there, or is this just the rotation and the insertion of Mo Wagner to the starting lineup?
No, I mean, like I said, when Thomas Bryant went out with a minute into the Miami game 9 or 10, I knew that we were going to be by committee at that spot. At that time, we didn't have Alex. We knew that Rolo and Mo are going to have to play, but then Rui's going to have to play some small man 5. But when we signed him, we have 3 centers, and it's going to be by committee. Right now, Mo is getting it. Rolo got the start prior to that. I mean, before Alex. Alex got it last time. Mo gets it this time. It's just going to be by committee. And it's nothing that they're not doing. You know, we lost a couple of tough games and we needed to mix things up. They all give us good play. They all give us a little bit different. And we felt that Mo was going to be able to give us what we needed the last couple of games, and he's earning another start tonight. But Alex worked hard. I saw his workout yesterday with a couple of our guys that haven't been playing, and I like that about him. He's not giving in, and that, you know, just a part of the NBA and just going to just go with the flow. He wants to play, and the only way that you can get back in when you do get called, you got to play well. And I'm confident if he does get called, he's going to be able to step up and produce with the work that I saw yesterday. That was good to see.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
I will see everyone post game.